right, Nick. First of all, congratulations on making it to 5 years here at Point of Rental.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and get to the questions that I usually ask the new people, and then we'll get to some questions more specific to the 5 year people celebrating that time here. So most people did other work before they got here. What were you doing before you got to Point of Rental, and how has it helped you here?
Um, Before Point of Rental, I've spent the last 10 years in sales. That's helped me at, I guess, working with customers, communicating, and before that, I think I had 3 or 4 years of support before I got into sales. So it was nothing really new to me here.
Okay, so
I
it's
don't know if
been.
I go on about this for a minute, though.
You don't have to go for a full minute. It's just sometimes people will try to give me like 30 minutes, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I only want to hear like a minute. Calm down.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, it's basically been a lot of helping people get what they're looking for many years.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so how did you hear about Point of Rental, and what did you come here to do initially?
Um, so I know Scott McKay. I worked with him at Weaver's Rental back in '09, and he got a job here, I don't know, 2013, 2015, somewhere. And he'd been trying to get me to join for like 4 years, but I was making twice the starting salary in sales that I would get in support. So I kind of dragged my feet for a few years, and then I decided, you know what, I'm watching every year. I'm watching less customers come through the door and more buy online. So I don't see a long-term future in furniture sales. So I thought I'd give Point of Rental a shot, and here 5 years later, it's the best decision I ever made.
All right, awesome. So you got into the support side of things here at Point of Rental. Are you still doing support? What are you doing now? How's your role changed over the past 5 years, I guess?
I'm in tier 2 support.
Okay. For those of us who are not in
So
support, what's the difference between like whatever you start at and tier 2?
so starting out, you're taking inbound calls, trying to solve problems. If you can't solve them on the call, then you escalate the case, and after multiple people have looked at it, then the case is escalated to tier 2, and that's what I deal with now, is the problems that other people have tried and weren't able to solve, which I love it because my job never gets boring. It's always something different, and it's always a challenge.
Yeah, I feel like if you're tier 2, your solution never gets to be the nice easy one. You always have to get the ones where it's like, dang it.
Yeah. Every now and then you get one that fell through the cracks where it's like, that was pretty easy. But
Yeah. All right, so you kind of got into this with your last answer, but I have it on my list, so I'm going to ask it anyway. What is it that you like most about working here? I'm assuming you like it here since you've been here 5 years.
oh yeah. Yeah, I love that it's challenging. I Every other job I've had in the past, I got bored by the 2 year mark. If I didn't change positions or completely change my role within 2 years, I wanted to do something else. And that has not happened here. I think I've been a tier 2 for 3.5 years and haven't been bored a single day.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad we're keeping you on your toes. I always ask the new people for something non-work related about them. What's something that you're interested in that isn't necessarily related to your job? Any hobbies or interests?
I got 3 dogs, and every day we go hiking. Um, so we used to live in Fort Worth, and it's a lot harder to find places to hike around there where I could actually let the dogs run off leash.
Yeah.
Now thanks to this job, I've saved up over the last 5 years bought a house in Illinois, and I'm able to work remote. And I bought this house specifically because there are so many places to hike around here. We go to a different place every day of the week, and it's awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, I was gonna have to follow up with you and say where are you hiking, because living in the Fort Worth area, there's some places I guess, but not really.
By the Trinity River, there's a few trails. Most of the trails were made by hogs, wild hogs.
Interesting. All right.
We've run into a few of them. Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, I don't want to run into I don't want to run into them. Okay.
It's crazy that they're in the middle. I mean, in the middle of the Metroplex, just right along the river there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pretend you're talking to a new pointer, as a wise, learned pointer now. What's some advice you would give them?
Be patient. When the customer's stressed and they're calling in, the main thing you want to get is, what is the main issue? When did it first start happening? And how are you wanting it to work? What are you expecting it to do that it's not doing? Because if we know those things, it just makes solving the issue a lot easier versus I just can't tell you how many times where we're starting on a problem and it's like, wait, what exactly did the customer call about? Because we're starting to go off on a tangent.
Yeah, I can imagine if you're calling in for something that it's not actually supposed to do anyway, that it's like, that's a totally different problem.
Yeah, which happens a lot, especially with the POR1 app. I've heard so many magical features it's supposed to do, and
my bad.
It's like, well, I'm sure that's in the works, but right now this is what it does.
All right. Well, now let's pretend that this is the Oscars. We just had those recently, or it's some other awards show, and you want to thank some people, pointers or not, that have helped you get to where you are today. Who are you thanking?
Scott McKay for recruiting me, and first year and a half, he let me pick his brain and learn everything I possibly could from him about the software, so that I was able to promote to Tier 2 at a year and a half. And I think the first year I had the most solved cases in support, and that's due in a large part to his help. Yeah. And then my manager Truman, and Wayne for keeping me on.
Cool. That sounds good. I like the idea of like the first year and a half, like as soon as you got to Tier 2, Scott's like, all right, you're done. I'm not helping you anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for joining me today, and congratulations again on 5 years at Pointer Farm.
All right, thank you.